What's up guys, it's James, and this is Final Fantasy VII Remake in Japanese voice and English subtitles. I finished a playthrough of the main story on this channel, and usually I'm not very good at understanding complicated stories, but what I can say is this. This game is not Final Fantasy VII. Hearing what other people say about the new story, along with some of my own interpretations of the game, I thought it'd be fun to predict what kind of bomb Square Enix will throw at us in the next adventure. If you played the original Final Fantasy VII, you know that Cloud was never a soldier like he says he is. A soldier has a very different meaning than the soldier in our world. In the world of Final Fantasy VII, the Mako energy supports the world. The meaning of Mako is shining magic in Japanese characters, and it's the same thing as life stream, the blood that flows through the planet, the origin of life. Mako can be used to produce electricity as the Shinra conglomerate does. Shinra discovered that by submerging humans in Mako, they can create enhanced humans, soldiers. So is Cloud deceiving the others? Not really. Cloud is basically a psycho who believes he was a first-class soldier. The mad scientist Hojo turned him into a psycho when he abducted him along with Zack and injected him with the alien cells of Genova. 5 years later, Zack escapes the experiment lab with the unconscious Cloud. In the original story, Zack gets killed and Cloud is left alive. Cloud meets Tifa again, and that's when the Genova cells in his body come into effect. Genova is a dangerous alien organism with the ability to read the opponent's mind and transform into someone they know. Basically, it's like your friend appears in front of you, but it's actually a transformed Genova ready to prey on you. Tifa's memory of the first-class soldier Zack mixes with Cloud's desire to return a hero like Sephiroth, producing the ex-first-class soldier Cloud Strife that we know in the first bombing mission of the game. So the story starts off casually, exactly like in the original game. But then something strange happens in Chapter 2, where the crew successfully destroys Shinra's Mako reactor and escapes. There's a surprise encounter with Sephiroth, but other than being over-friendly with Cloud, I first dismissed the scene as part of Cloud's messed up memory. Soon after, we finally get to meet Aerith. She was very beautiful, but that's another topic. It looks like she's being attacked by something, and I first thought, oh cool, they added a scene of Cloud saving her from monsters. Later on, Aerith would tell us that they're called Whispers, and they appear whenever something deviates from the predetermined course of destiny. So why did they appear here? It's almost like something's wrong with Aerith being here. As soon as she interacts with Cloud, he can see the Whispers as well. Those things that look like mushrooms cannot be seen by anyone else. Later on, the crew of Avalanche plans on bombing the second Mako reactor. In the original game, Cloud is supposed to join the crew. Much to our surprise, the crew decides not to take Cloud with them.
誘ったのにごめんね。みんなと話してるうちに、なんだろう。
The next day, the Whispers attack the slums, and now the whole crew is able to see the Whispers. During the battle, Jessie gets injured, and now Cloud must join the mission. The Whispers disappear, and the story is back on track.
平気って言いたいところだけど。ほんと嫌になる。クラウドに迷惑かけっぱなし。気にするな。
The next time the Whispers appear is when Shinra tries to destroy the whole Sector 7.
バレットだ。ウィッチ。
During this scene, Wedge survives a big fall thanks to his extra padding. But the Whispers block his path. It's almost like they're making sure he dies, as he does in the original game. Barrett's daughter notices something about Aerith, and Aerith tells her to keep it a secret. In the original game, Cloud and the team arrive at the scene when it's already too late. But in this game, the team arrive at an earlier stage. The Whispers appear again. If it hadn't been for their obstruction, they could have saved Sector 7, changing the course of the story. In this game, Cloud gets several flashbacks from the past. His Genova cells allow him to see visions from the memory of himself and other people. But in this scene, Cloud witnesses the death of Aerith. This is the first time Cloud sees a vision from the future.
だって何の役にも立たないの。
使い方を知らないだけだろ。
そうかもね。
There's no information that Genova can see the future, and there's no way Cloud could have known the future, so it must have been from Aerith, or Sephiroth, who I think has some remote control over Genova cells. If it was Aerith, how could she have memory about her own death? Did she simply get the knowledge from the livestream, or did her spirit go back in time when it joined the livestream? If so, where did the original Aerith go?
やったー！それじゃあ。
邪魔するぞと。
When the team goes to Shinra to rescue Aerith from the experiment lab, Genova takes form of Sephiroth and kills Barret and the President. In the original game, only the President dies. The Whispers appear again, and Barret's life is saved, but not the President. Near the end of the game, the Whispers attack Wedge again because he's not supposed to be here according to the original game.
ちょっとは役に立てたかな。
There's gonna be a lot more spoilers from here on. At the end of the game, Sephiroth appears once again out of nowhere. He actually cuts a hole in the Wall of Whispers, or Wall of Destiny, and invites Cloud to follow him to the other side. On the other side, the team fights Destiny itself, the Whisper Harbinger. In a last-ditch effort, the Whispers transform into what I think is a fake Sephiroth. Once you beat him, the real Sephiroth appears and beats Cloud with ease.
軽いな。終末の7秒前。だが。まだ間に合う。未来はお前次第だ、クラウド。
Sephiroth asks Cloud what he will do with the 7 seconds until the end. But in the Japanese version, Sephiroth says, "The future is up to you."
勝った。マジか。
Now that we've defeated the Whispers, we seem to be in an alternate timeline where Zack and Biggs survives, and even the past is changed. So, did Aerith's spirit come from the future? Nobody knows yet, but yes, that's my guess. I know it's kind of silly, but I'd be glad to be proved wrong with the next release of Part 2. There was another guy speculating that Sephiroth, who was defeated in the original game, went back in time. I thought this was brilliant, because it would explain why Sephiroth knows so much about Cloud from the beginning of the game.
いいぞ、それでいい。私を忘れるな。
空、嫌いだな。
The game ends with the dialogue. The unknown journey will continue. Having finished the playthrough, I thought this was the most unpredictable remake from Square Enix. They managed to completely break the original story while giving the fans what they want from a remake. And I can't wait another minute to see how Cloud and the team will remake Destiny. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and see you next time.
ボディーガードも仕事のうちでしょ。ね、何でも屋さん。私の勘当たるの？
いい匂い。